We have just moved into our dream home in tropical North Queensland, but it took us a bit to get here.
We sold our house.
We moved all the way from Geelong, 3,000 kilometres away, to the Whitsundays, right up here in North Queensland, a very different part of the country and a very different climate that we're used to. Along the way to get here, we camped back of a servo, at the side of the road, behind a pub. Then we spent 9 weeks through stinking hot heat and weeks of end-on rain in this tiny little van with 4 of us and our pets. And today we finally got the keys to our dream house. Well, the house is settled, which is really exciting, but we've got the pest inspector here who's spraying all the spiders. The truck actually broke down, so they're not going to be able to deliver our stuff there, which means we're going to have a house empty. So here we are navigating our brand new home that needs a lot of work in this completely different tropical climate, in a completely different town, and all while trying to get out on the ocean as much as we possibly can. Oh, look, our first family dinner. Bucko waved his magic wand and called around and found someone else that was going to be able to pick up our shipping container. So thankfully we have some furniture and it won't be an empty house for much longer. We're now day 2 into our house. Yesterday I spent all day cleaning every single wall, scrubbing it all down, cleaning every single part of this room, and it feels just so clean and new now. It is still like a little bit old. We still have to get new paint, new curtains, new floors. I do have a photo of what we're planning on doing, so I'll drop that in here. And I had to scrub. There's not much we can do because like there is a lot of scruff marks, which is fine. It just needs a good paint. So I'm not moving anything in until after the weekend when Mark paints. And I cleaned out the bathroom as well. I've already messed it up though. So we're getting there. Yesterday I started on the kitchen. It's an older kitchen, so it really needs to be scrubbed, like the whole thing, just to make it so that I love it. And I've done a little bit of it. Today's about doing that. But look at the mess in here now because Mark started emptying the container. Yes, we've still got the swag out there. But tonight he's going to bring in the washing machine and the couches. So yeah, I've cleaned it all up there. Anyway, so this part of the kitchen's done and I've got a lot of stuff to do today. Like a lazy Susan thing in here. I'm not sure how I'm going to get the yellow stains out or if I need to paint it. Who knows? There is something oddly satisfying about scrubbing every corner of a kitchen that is finally yours, wiping down every cupboard, cleaning out every drawer, finding the perfect spot for your mugs, for your plates, for your cutlery. It's not just about cleaning, it's about claiming it and about calming the area. It's turning your house into a home, one drawer and one wipe at a time. Driving to the Whitsundays in the wet season in the north is a bit challenging. One of the things that we have to do is have the clothes hanging out with a fan on them to make them dry. Because of the humidity, everything stays damp for so much longer. Even though it's very controversial, we are actually pulling up the floating floors. They are old and creaky and replacing it with carpet. This is the room here that's the guest room, and right near the door there, it's all really wet and moldy, and so he's had to pull all of that out. You can't see that yet, but I'll show you later. So we have been pretty chatty previously, like at our last house. We didn't get the internet connected because we just used like the Wi-Fi, but I promised the kids that we'd do it this time. And I'm like, okay, well, I'll order a satellite, one of those Skylinks, but it said that the download and upload speed wasn't so good here because Telstra doesn't prioritize it. And it also said that if it's stormy, which you probably might know that in North Queensland there does tend to be quite a few storms, like over the wet season anyway. So I ordered NBN and they were supposed to come yesterday. He's here now, and apparently the pipes don't work, and he's gonna have to dig up like our front garden, which our front garden's not just flat. Like, let me show you. Like, it's a lot of, oh, it's funny noise. Oh, it's just the cats. That is like our front garden. How is he gonna dig up any of that? I have no idea. Anyway, Mark's out there. I guess this is kind of Mark's expertise, given that he does earth moving for his job. I finally got a little bit more unpacked, and that means that I've got my vase out. So I'm gonna it's only been a day or two, put some flowers in my house. These are the ones that the agent gave me. Aren't they beautiful? So lovely. They put water like in the bottom, so they've been able to survive quite well with that water, with just that water, even though it's been super hot. Oh, aren't they so pretty? Oh, it's like a plastic tie there. I did some work at a florist, and they said always cut the stems just a little bit so that you can get because the flowers themselves will grow a little membrane over the top so the water won't get in. So always got to cut a little bit off the stems before you put them in the water. Oh my God, what is that? That's like I'm not cutting that. Oh, so pretty. I think there's a word for the proper stuff to cut it with, and I don't have them. They might be secateurs or something. It's all right. Sorry if it's annoying you that I'm not cutting with secateurs. It's not much, but anything to make it feel a little bit more homely. That'll do. I used to be totally obsessed with Tupperware. Like, I had so much of it. I had parties all the time and just had a huge collection. And this is what I'm down to now. But these have been so handy for me. And I've had them since I was like early 20s, so like maybe 25 years. Please tell me in the comments if you've ever been to a Tupperware party or if you're obsessed with Tupperware back in the day. Yesterday, Mark realised that the floor in the spare room was quite bad and that it's a bit of the thing is falling away. So he's actually pulled out the whole floor, and he's just said he seems to have found a solution to what he's going to do in there. So let's go have a look.
It travels on your agenda. Where with you?
Can I stand on it?
Yeah.
What's that stuff there?
Oh, just put it. It's all had a spin out square, so I just put a big glue in it.
Oh yeah, so that was like where. This is how much that had just rotted out, which is not too bad, really. I have really enjoyed sitting out on the deck in the afternoons, getting some work done, feeling the cool breeze that comes off the ocean. When it's so hot, it's actually really lovely out there, and it's nice and sheltered. It doesn't get much sun. He's now working on our master bedroom, getting it all painted. He's got this paint blaster thing that actually he needs to cover up the whole wall, and it kind of sprays the paint on. So that's really exciting. And then it will be a few weeks before we get our carpet. A little bit of a storm coming. Makes the ocean look so different. Just before it looked white. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you've enjoyed taking a bit of a look at our new house in tropical paradise, and can't wait to see you in the next one.